You don't need to have it all figured out. Let that sink in. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need all the answers. You don't need to know exactly where life is taking you before you take the next step. Somewhere along the way, we were taught that clarity must come before action, that success only belongs to those who are certain, that if you don't know exactly what you're doing, then you're already behind. But that's not how real life works. Most people you admire did not start with confidence. They started with confusion. They started with doubt. They started with fear. They started not knowing, but they started anyway. And that is the part people don't talk about. You're not late. You're not lost. You're not failing because you're unsure. You're human. Right now you might be putting pressure on yourself to have everything mapped out. Your career, your finances, your purpose, your future, your healing. And because you don't have it all figured out yet, you feel stuck. You feel anxious. You feel like you're wasting time. But listen closely. Clarity often comes after movement, not before it. You don't wake up one day with a full blueprint of your life. You build it as you go, one decision at a time, one mistake at a time, one lesson at a time. Sometimes the only clarity you need is knowing what step to take today, not next year, not 5 years from now, just today. And even if today's step is small, it still counts. You see, growth is quiet. Progress is subtle. Transformation happens in moments no one applauds. It happens when you keep going, even when you're unsure. When you show up even when you don't feel ready. When you choose courage over comfort. You don't need to see the whole staircase to take the first step. You just need enough light for the step you're on. There will be days when you question everything. Days when you feel like you're doing life wrong. Days when everyone else seems ahead of you. But comparison will steal your peace if you let it. Everyone is on a different timeline. Everyone is fighting a different battle. Everyone is learning different lessons. Your journey is allowed to look messy. Your path is allowed to be unclear. Your process is allowed to take time. Being unsure does not mean you're weak. It means you're growing. And growth is uncomfortable. Sometimes you outgrow old dreams before you discover new ones. Sometimes doors close before you understand why. Sometimes things fall apart so better things can come together. That confusion you feel right now? It's not punishment. It's preparation. Life is shaping you, teaching you patience, teaching you resilience, teaching you how to trust yourself even when nothing makes sense. You don't need to rush the process. You don't need to force answers. You don't need to have your entire future solved to be worthy today. You are allowed to learn as you go. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to start over. You are allowed to grow slower than others. What matters is that you don't stop believing in yourself. Just because the path isn't clear yet, some of the most powerful moments in life begin with uncertainty. Some of the biggest breakthroughs start with confusion. Some of the strongest people were once unsure, scared, and doubting themselves. They didn't wait to feel ready. They moved while afraid. They trusted the process even when they couldn't see the outcome. And that's what you're doing right now. Even if it doesn't feel like it, even if no one sees it, even if progress feels slow, you're becoming. So breathe. Slow down. Give yourself grace. You don't need to have it all figured out to be on the right path. You just need to keep showing up. One step, one day, one decision at a time. And one day you'll look back and realize the uncertainty didn't break you, it built you. You are becoming exactly who you need to be. Even on the days when you question yourself, even on the days when you feel stuck, even on the days when nothing seems to move. Becoming is not loud. It doesn't rush. It doesn't need approval. It happens in the quiet moments when you choose to keep going without applause. When you keep believing without proof. When you stay committed even when the results are delayed. You are learning how to trust yourself. Not because everything is clear, but because you've realized you don't need certainty to continue. Some lessons can only be learned in waiting. Some strength can only be built in silence. Some confidence only forms when no one is watching. And that's okay. Not every chapter of your life will make sense while you're living it. Some chapters are meant to be understood later. Some answers only come with time. Right now, your job is not to solve everything. Your job is to stay present, to stay open, to stay willing to learn, willing to grow, willing to keep choosing yourself even when it feels uncomfortable. You don't need to rush the process. You don't need to compete with anyone. You don't need to explain your pace. Your journey is personal. Your timing is intentional. Your growth is valid. One day you'll look back and see how every uncertain moment led you here, how every delay protected you, how every unanswered question guided you. And you'll be thankful you didn't give up when it was hard. Thankful you trusted yourself even when you felt unsure. Thankful you stayed patient when quitting felt easier. Because you didn't just survive this season. You grew through it. So keep going. Keep believing. Keep becoming. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to stay true to yourself. One breath. One step. One day at a time. Right now, it may feel like everyone around you has a map, a plan, a direction. It may seem like the world is moving forward, while you are still standing in the middle of uncertainty, wondering if the next step you take will be the right one. But here's the truth. Life doesn't require you to have clarity at every moment. Life simply asks you to keep moving, even when the path is unclear. There is a rhythm to becoming. It's not something that happens overnight, and it's not something that can be rushed. Every moment of doubt, every pause, every delay, they are shaping you. They are forming you into the person who is ready to handle the opportunities that will eventually arrive. You are being prepared, even when it feels like nothing is happening. You may feel pressure from family, friends, society, or even from yourself to have answers, to have a career mapped out, to know exactly where you will be in 5 years. And it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison, seeing others who seem to have it all, and questioning why you don't. But here's the thing. Most people's lives are not as clear as they appear. Most people are learning as they go, just like you. They are figuring things out step by step, failure by failure, trial by trial. And you are no different. Uncertainty is not your enemy. In fact, it is one of your greatest teachers. When you face uncertainty, you learn to trust yourself. You learn to rely on your own instincts, your own inner guidance, and your own resilience. You discover that you are capable of more than you ever realized. Because growth only comes when you are pushed beyond your comfort zone. Some days you may feel lost. Some days it may seem like nothing is working, like the world is moving around you and you are stuck in place. Those are the moments that test your courage. Those are the moments that separate those who wait passively from those who move intentionally. Because even in the stillness, even in the uncertainty, there is a choice. You can give up, or you can keep going. And what does it mean to keep going? It means showing up for yourself every single day. It means doing the small things consistently, even when the outcome is unclear. It means practicing patience when the world is impatient. It means speaking kindly to yourself when the voice in your head says you're behind. It means believing in your own potential, even when the path is invisible. You may not have a full picture yet, and that's okay. You don't need the whole map to take the next step. Sometimes, all you need is the courage to move forward with the pieces of the puzzle you do have, one step at a time, one day at a time, one decision at a time. And with every step, the fog begins to lift. With every choice, the pieces begin to fit. With every moment of trust, you begin to see that the journey itself is where the real growth happens. Don't rush the process. Don't measure yourself against anyone else's timeline. Your path is yours alone, and it is unfolding exactly as it should. Even when things feel delayed or stagnant, there is progress happening within you that cannot be seen. Your mindset is expanding. Your strength is increasing. Your resilience is deepening. And these are the things that no one else can take from you. The things that no one else can replicate. It's okay to not know everything. It's okay to not have a plan that everyone else understands. What matters is that you keep moving, keep learning, keep trusting yourself. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in life come not when everything is planned, but when you step into the unknown with faith and courage. The unknown is where transformation happens. The unknown is where your potential expands. The unknown is where you discover who you truly are. So take a deep breath. Release the pressure to have it all figured out. Trust the process. Trust your journey. Trust the timing of your life. You are exactly where you are meant to be, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. The lessons you are learning, the patience you are practicing, the resilience you are building, they are all shaping the life you are destined to live. And when the day comes when you look back on this season of uncertainty, you will see how every moment, every hesitation, every misstep, every delay was necessary. You will see that nothing was wasted. You will see that every moment was leading you to a place of strength, wisdom, and clarity that you could not have reached any other way. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep choosing yourself. Stay committed to your growth even when it feels uncomfortable. Stay present even when the future is uncertain. Stay open even when the answers are not yet visible, because life is not about having it all figured out. Life is about showing up, being brave, and trusting that the pieces will fall into place in their own time. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take the next step. One step, one day, one breath, and slowly, steadily, you are becoming exactly who you are meant to be. You don't need to have it all figured out, and yet somehow you keep moving. You may not see it now, but every small choice you make, every decision to show up, every time you choose persistence over surrender, these are not small things. They are the quiet victories that accumulate into transformation. They are the unseen threads weaving the tapestry of your life. Think about the times you felt unsure. Remember the moments when you questioned yourself. when you wondered if you were capable, when you doubted if the effort was even worth it. And yet here you are still standing, you are still breathing, you are still trying. That alone is proof that you are more resilient than you give yourself credit for. Life doesn't ask for perfection. Life doesn't demand that you have all the answers before you start. Life asks for courage. Life asks for presence. Life asks you to trust yourself. Even when the future is hidden, even when the path is unclear, there will be days when the uncertainty feels heavy, days when the weight of not knowing presses on your chest, days when you feel like everyone else is ahead, like everyone else has figured it out, and you are lagging behind. Those days are part of the process. They are not signs that you are failing. They are signs that you are growing, signs that you are being prepared for the next chapter, for opportunities that will require patience, resilience, and self-trust. Let yourself feel the discomfort. Lean into it, because in that discomfort, you are learning lessons that cannot be taught any other way. You are learning patience. You are learning adaptability. You are learning self-reliance. You are learning how to face life with courage even when it doesn't make sense. You may feel pressure to have a roadmap, to have milestones planned out in perfect order, but life rarely unfolds in a straight line. Life is a series of curves, twists, setbacks, and surprises. The detours are not failures. They are lessons. They are opportunities to refine your character, to deepen your understanding, to strengthen your resolve. Remember, every successful person you admire has walked through uncertainty. Every person who achieved greatness has faced moments when the path ahead was invisible. They succeeded not because they had all the answers, but because they kept moving, because they kept learning, because they trusted themselves to make the best decision they could with what they knew at the time. You are learning to do the same. You are learning that it is okay to start small, that progress does not need to be dramatic to be meaningful, that the quiet work, the consistent effort, the moments no one sees, these are the moments that matter most. Sometimes you may feel like you are standing still, like nothing is happening. But even when it feels stagnant, growth is occurring within you. Your mindset is expanding. Your resilience is deepening. Your capacity to handle challenges is increasing. These are things that cannot be rushed. These are things that take time. And time, though it may seem slow, is your ally. It is your teacher. It is the quiet architect of your future. Trust that the timing of your life is intentional. Trust that the delays, the uncertainties, the unanswered questions, they are not obstacles. They are part of the preparation. When doubt creeps in, remember this. You don't need to have clarity to take action. You don't need certainty to move forward. You don't need a perfect plan to start. You only need the courage to take the next step, even if it's a small one, even if it's imperfect, even if it's unclear. And when you take that next step, something beautiful happens. You learn, you adapt, you grow, you gain insight. And then when you look back, you realize that every uncertain moment, every pause, every delay, it was necessary. You realize that every challenge, every setback, every moment of waiting was shaping you into the person you were always meant to become. You are allowed to not have all the answers. You are allowed to not know the next chapter. You are allowed to not have everything figured out. And yet, even in that space of uncertainty, you are enough. You are capable. You are growing. You are moving forward. So take a deep breath, slow down. Step back from the pressure to have it all figured out. Focus on the present moment. Focus on the actions you can take right now. Focus on the choices that are within your control. These are the things that will carry you forward. These are the things that will build the foundation for the life you desire. Your journey is unique. Your timeline is unique. Your growth is unique. Comparing yourself to others will only cloud your vision. Trust in the lessons you are learning every day. And here's the most important truth. You are becoming exactly who you are meant to be. Not in the way you imagine, not according to anyone else's expectations, not on anyone else's schedule, but in your own way, in your own time, and in your own space. So continue believing, continue growing, continue showing up for yourself, continue learning even when the path is unclear, continue trusting yourself even when doubt whispers in your ear. Continue walking forward, one step at a time, one breath at a time, one day at a time. Because one day when you look back, you will see how far you have come. You will see that every moment of uncertainty was a stepping stone. You will see that every delay was a blessing in disguise. You will see that every unanswered question was preparing you for the clarity you were meant to have. You don't need to have it all figured out. You only need to keep moving. You only need to keep trusting. You only need to keep choosing yourself. And in that choosing and that trust, in that persistence, you are becoming the person you were always meant to be. So breathe, step, trust, keep going, keep growing, keep becoming. You are exactly where you are meant to be.